Greetings, Earthling. My name is TheStvor, and I don't feel like I'm misrepresented, is what I should say, um, when I talk about video games and females in video games, but I feel that I am misrepresented when I talk about fucking feminists, because um, I hate I hate the fact that they can speak for me and they feel the need to speak instead of me, uh, as if I don't have my own voice and ability to uh, to share my opinion. So this is me sharing my opinion, and I'll sit like this because the reflection from the screen is pretty bad. You can't even see. Yeah, you can't even see my face. Thanks, glasses.
How to be a gamer girl in 4 easy steps.
I don't give a shit about what female characters look like in video games. I feel like they keep complaining about this while this really isn't an issue, not for me at least. I've played a nice amount of video games and I've seen video game playthroughs and walkthroughs, and I never ever had the feeling that, oh no, I don't really want to play this game, or I don't want to watch this game because this game doesn't represent me.
Be willing to accept the fact that you, yes, you are single-handedly responsible for the degradation of the modern-day gaming industry.
Yes, you are. Bitch, you are. Why do you keep, like, when people say, when you say, man say that we're trying to take away their toys, you're trying to take away my toys as well. Like, the things that you are doing. I'll just say that people like Anita Sarkeesian and all of those other quote unquote feminists, they like to complain a lot, but they don't like to give actual solutions, of course, because otherwise, what the fuck would they do? If they can just bitch about everything, and if they had to actually form a solution, that would be terrible for them and for the whole thing that they're doing. So you guys have probably seen what Anita Sarkeesian did, because she kept bitching about how female characters in video games, they're always like damsels in distress and shit. So she made her own trailer thing for like, oh, what an actual feminist approved game should look like, and it literally contradicts what she said about female characters, that strong female characters don't exist because they're just acting out masculine traits and shit, like they're a male character dressed up as a female.
Eventually, however, she grows tired of the damseling and decides it's high time she saves herself. Of course, if she's going to be the protagonist of this particular adventure, she's going to need to acquire a slightly more practical outfit.
So the character in that game sample thing um, is basically a male regular male adventure character, just, female, and that's it. That's her solution. Like, do the stuff that's already done. Like, what? So, do you understand what I'm trying to say here? Like, they're just there to talk shit about everything and not really do anything about it. But I'm here to say that I really don't like that, and I don't like those women putting words in my mouth that don't really belong there. So I want to talk about my experience with female characters in video games. And the first thing that I want to say is that those are fictional characters, ladies. Fictional as in non-existent.
Because you keep demanding better representation for women, even though you already have a diverse selection of skinny, scantily clad, and or heavily sexualized white women to choose from.
Those characters are not real people, and the games are not set in reality. They're set in a fantasy world which might look like reality, but it's still not real. Just like movies and series, the characters that you see in there might feel real, but we all know that they're not. I think it's really silly to expect realism from a fucking video game. I want to put myself into a fictional universe where people fly and have fucking superpowers and dress the way they fucking want. Like if I see a female character that's barely dressed, I don't really it doesn't really bother me. Why would it bother me? Maybe because I watched so much anime and stuff that I don't really care about what the way a character is dressed, because I don't think that's what makes a characters. Clothes don't make people. They are part of people. They are part of their personality, but they're not the only thing about them. We are not walking clothes. We are not walking bodies. We are actual persons with a character, with a spirit. So you can't say that women are not represented in video games and only talk about how video game characters look like. You should, if you do have an issue with how women are portrayed in video games, you should also think about how those characters act and what are their qualities. So the whole thing about compelling characters is not my original idea, of course. I stole it from extra credits, and they talk about how to make a good character and how to make a character relatable, and that's what they think is how characters should be.
A great character doesn't have to be defined by their gender, but gender and the pressures that society exerts on us because of it are a big part of who we are. So if you want to create a character that really feels real, consider all of the factors that shape them to be who they are at the point where the player first meets them.
And on this note, I would like to compare Shepard and Ashley, because in my game, Shepard was female, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it doesn't really matter, because it worked for me. It worked. My Shepard worked as female, because she was the soldier in the first place. But when you think about Ashley, she was female first, and then she was a soldier. The way I see it, because she tries so hard to be one of the boys, to be tough and I'm a fighter, I'm a blah, 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 blah. Like I I hate her and I hate Malik for the same fucking reason, because they try to be man, they try to be tough, they are not tough. Do you see the difference there? Shepard, at least my Shepard, I was playing Renegade as well, so you know, my Shepard was pretty badass, if I might say so. No, but seriously, I was playing her. The mindset that I had was, I am a soldier. I have to do my job, and my job is not to be like an emotional pussy and try to save everyone. If I cannot save everyone, like I have to balance the saving of people with the saving of more people. Like, if I have to sacrifice a small percent of of innocence to save a lot more innocence, then I'm willing to do that. I'm not gonna try to save everyone because it's impossible. So, I guess I had this when I was playing Shepard. I had this mindset that I've been through hell already, because I chose, my background was, I think, Soul Survivor. So the image I had about my Shepard was that she gave up her femininity. She gave up, is that even a word? Femininity. Right? That's the word, right? She gave up her being female, and she chose to be a soldier instead. But when I see Ashley, like, I fucking killed her off as soon as I could, because I really couldn't stand her. But I saw videos from the third game, and like what they did to her, I'm just like, what, bitch, you're not Miranda, you're fucking ugly, I don't want to see your tits, I don't want to see you squeezing in that fucking bodysuit, because you're not slick, you're just a bitch, you're just a spoiled little shit, that's what you are. And I mentioned Miranda, and I know most of the people hated her a lot, but I really didn't. I really couldn't hate her. I know she was a bitch, but she's a woman. I expected that from her. So, as she said, as she put it, she was designed to be perfect, so I had no problem with looking at her fucking butt if the camera was pointed at her butt, because That butt was pretty sweet, so whatever.
Suddenly, that low-cut shirt you're wearing was not a choice you made because you felt good about your bomb-ass cleavage when you woke up this morning. Suddenly, you're a succubus. You're only in it for the attention.
On one hand, they're talking about positive body image, as in you should feel good about yourself, and if you're good looking, you should embrace that. But on the other hand, they're not happy if the fictional characters embrace their good looking hood. I'm just making up words because I can do that.
If you want a more feminist-friendly game, try the Mass Effect trilogy. It's full of strong female characters. Never mind the fact that the first female villain we're introduced to is presented to us with shots of her ass and tits before we ever see her face. Remember, ladies, female objectification is a myth.
Miranda was okay in my book, because she was a bitch. Because she was perfect. She was so above everyone else that she could... She was entitled to act like that. And if I were like that, if I were perfect in every way, if I were OP as fuck, I was genetically enhanced to be the best at everything. Like, I'll be cocky as fuck. So I don't blame her for that. I think her character was well done. But I honestly don't like Ashley. Like, I understand that they were trying to do something with her. Yes, she's a very unique character, but I just don't like her. I want to stab her so hard and then twist the knife and just watch her suffer, because I don't... The same goes for Malik. Like, she's the worst tryhard I've ever seen. Plus, on top of that, she's not even trying to look pretty either. She's just trying to be a boy. And I just think that's really sad. I'm not saying that that you should look like a female and have long hair and fucking put makeup on and shit, cause look at my shepherd. Look at my shepherd. My shepherd is fucking badass. As I've already said, she gave up on the whole woman thing. Like, she still slept with Liara because she's kind of cute and nice and bluish, and she's got good tits and shit.
Watch women speak up. Watch women have their personal information revealed online. Watch women leave the industry. Start gaming quietly. And make sure to keep your comments offline, because if you don't, you might be next, because after all, you are the one ruining the industry. Remember?
My bottom line here is that being represented or not really shouldn't be a thing that we discuss. You don't tell a story just to please people. I play story-driven games because I want to care about the characters. I want to care about what happens to them. If I don't care about them, if I don't have a link to them, if I can't form a link with them, I'm just not gonna play that game anymore, because it's not gonna pull me into that world. It's not gonna suck me in. If I don't find anything relatable in the story that I'm playing through, I'm not gonna play through it. That's it. That's what my point is, I guess. I don't want to play real life, because why would I play real life if I can live my real life? I want to play a game because I want to play a game, because I don't want to be playing real life right now. I want to be Shepard, and I want to save the galaxy. And I want a fucking shaved head. That's what I want.